I am Sindbad the Sailor. The seas have heard my name whispered in fear, and the land has echoed with my triumphs. For years I have ruled my island, the jewel of the unknown waters, with monsters as my guardians and treasures piled higher than the heavens. I am not merely a man. I am the storm, the conqueror, the sailor above all others. When the sun rises over my fortress, its first light strikes my banners, woven from the furs of beasts I have slain with my own hands. When the winds pass over my island, they carry the scent of gold and the salt of blood spilled by challengers who thought themselves worthy to set foot on my shores. None survived long enough to boast of their attempt. I am Sinbad, the greatest sailor in the world, and I sang it aloud to the skies, for no one could deny it. Yet the seas are treacherous. They do not remain still, nor do they keep secrets for long. On one fateful day, as I stood atop the cliffs, I saw a ship drifting near my island. Small, unimpressive, fragile, yet bold enough to draw close to my domain. My blood burned. Who dared approach the waters that belong only to me? I narrowed my gaze and saw them. A lanky woman shrieking at every wave, a fat man shoving hamburgers into his mouth as though food were more precious than life, and a rough-faced sailor with pipe clenched between his teeth. His forearms bulged like coiled ropes, and his stance held no fear. My heart surged with fury. Another sailor? Another voice claiming the sea? Impossible. There is only one sailor. Sindbad. I raised my arms and called forth the condor, my winged beast whose shadow devours the sun. With a shriek that tore through the clouds, the condor dove from its nest, wings spread wider than a ship's mast, talons sharper than the spears of armies. "Crush them!" I commanded. "Show them what fate awaits those who trespass upon my sea." The bird descended, and I watched with a grin. Surely this ragged sailor and his weak companions would be shredded within moments. But the sailor, this Popeye, stood firm. He did not cower. He clenched his pipe tighter, drew back his mighty fist, and with a blow like a cannonball, he struck my condor from the sky. The beast screeched, spiraling down into the waves. My grin faded. My condor, my invincible guardian, defeated? Impossible. Yet it had happened before my very eyes. The rage that boiled in me could have cracked stone. Who was this sailor, this intruder who dared to rival my greatness? With one sweep of my arm I seized the woman, Olive, I later heard her shrieked name, and lifted her into the air. She screamed, flailing like seaweed in the tide, but I paid her no mind. She would be my prize, proof that Sinbad could take what he wished when he wished it, and the sailor glared at me with fury. I roared at him, my voice rolling like thunder. "I am Sinbad the Sailor, the mightiest sailor in the world. Who are you to challenge me?" But he answered with clenched fists, not words. A fool's courage, I thought. No man could match my strength. Still, I would not dirty my hands too soon. I had beasts enough to break him. With a gesture, I unleashed the two-headed giant that guarded my palace, its twin mouths growling in hunger. The sailor fought bravely. He dodged crushing fists, leapt upon its shoulders, and struck until both heads toppled into the dirt. My fury deepened. Again this Popeye had destroyed what none before could defeat. Was this sailor truly so strong, or was it luck? I could not allow luck to decide. No beast, no servant, no creature of mine could finish this. I would crush him myself. Dragging Olive behind me, I strode into my fortress. The sailor pursued, battered but unbroken, pipe clenched tighter than ever. He came for me, and I welcomed him. For years I had sought a foe worthy of my fists. Perhaps this Popeye was the one. We met in the courtyard of stone, beneath the banners of my victories. The sailor charged, fists flying like cannonballs. I countered with blows that cracked walls and shook towers. Our battle thundered across the island. He was strong, yes, stronger than most men I had ever faced. But I was Sinbad. My fists hurled him across the courtyard. My kicks buried him in rubble. My laughter echoed as I seized him by the neck and hurled him into the dirt. "You dare call yourself sailor?" I roared. "I am Sinbad. Sinbad the Mighty. None can defeat me." He staggered to his feet, bruised and bleeding, but still he would not fall. He reached into his pocket, fumbling, and for a moment I wondered if he sought a weapon. Instead, he pulled forth a small can. A simple thing, green and unremarkable. He cracked it open with trembling fingers and poured its contents into his mouth. Spinach. I laughed. Was this sailor so desperate that he ate leaves in the face of defeat? But then, something changed. His body surged with power, his muscles bulging beyond reason. Before I could strike again, he moved. Faster than the wind, stronger than the storm, he struck. My fists met his, and it was like striking iron. He hammered me blow after blow, each one heavier than the last, until the earth split beneath my feet. His strength overwhelmed mine. One final punch, a punch that carried the weight of the sea itself, sent me sprawling into the dirt, broken and beaten. I, Sinbad, who had never known defeat, lay defeated. Pride had blinded me. In my arrogance, I had claimed to be greater than the ocean itself. But the ocean always humbles.